What's up, Juventini? Silly season is upon us and there's a ton to discuss. Juve has reached out to Real Madrid over one of their players on several occasions. Who are we talking about? Victor Osimhen, the latest on him. Players set to rep Juve at the Club World Cup and a big change in the front office. 3 new names coming in. Surely that means Giuntoli out. We'll go through that. And then Antonio Conte, Napoli's efforts apparently failed. We'll go through the plan of attack and what could be happening in the next couple days. And it wouldn't be a Juve news report without an injury, even at season's end. Yeah, we got one to discuss. We're going to look at all this right now. I'm Berto. This is the AJC here channel dedicated to Juventus. It is May 27th. Let's rock with the news, and we kick things off with Juve making several contacts with Real Madrid over the signing of Endrick. However, it must be a loan, at least in the beginning. But Juve has made several inquiries. How do you feel about that one? Hit me in the comments. Right now, those links are only coming out of Spain, and nobody in Italy has touched that one so far. So we'll just put it in the back pocket. But still, hypothetically, hit me in the comments. When it comes to Osimhen, Juve still listed as a possible future landing spot for the player. However, with Juve, we are of course going to push until the end, but ADL and Napoli are the big hurdle, and we have a situation around Antonio Conte and Napoli, and we'll go through that a little later. That probably will make things a little more challenging. Meanwhile, contacts have been made for the redemption of Pierre Kalulu, 14 million plus bonuses, and they're just working on finalizing the last details, but Kalulu will be finalized very, very soon by Juventus. When it comes to players returning to us, Filip Kostic set to return to Juventus. Fenerbahce not picking up the purchase. Daniele Rugani also set to return to Juventus. However, the latter is said to be playing for us and featuring for us at the Club World Cup. Speaking of Club World Cup, Chico Conceição, more reports today that he is going to be remaining for Juventus for that tournament. And then when it comes to Kolo Muani, no discussions will take place with PSG until after the Champions League final. And Renato Vega, discussions have begun with Chelsea and Juventus, and Juve is pushing for, at the very least, to retain him for the Club World Cup tournament. All right, so let's see what ends up happening and who is going to be around for that tournament, where Juve is going to set off for in a couple of weeks. Meanwhile, in the office, 3 new names set to join Juventus. Today, the name Damien Comolli breaks through. He is current president of Toulouse. He's got history as a coach and as a sporting director. He could be coming in. One of the positions listed is as CEO, so joining the board essentially. And there's still more in the front office because we're hearing the names of Massara, and he could bring in Michele Frattini. Now, that's 3 new names. Surely this means Giuntoli out. Not so fast. Yesterday, there was a lot of smoke around Giuntoli getting ready to pack his bags because Elkan was ready for the big shakeup. But I doubted it, and I was having discussions with people, and I said, from everything I'm hearing, it's like 60-40 in terms of percentages in favor of Giuntoli staying. Today, Mirko Di Natale claims that unless there is a major twist and major U-turn from Juventus, it looks like Giuntoli is set to remain and stay at Juventus. Now, the next one up is the coaching position. Now, through all of Napoli's efforts, apparently they fell short because Nico Schira reports that Conte is set to leave Napoli. There is a meeting right now going on between De Laurentiis and Conte as I record this video, and we're all waiting for the confirmations on the news that he is breaking free of Napoli. Chiellini reached out to Conte before that Scudetto parade, probably knowing and anticipating that they would use all the emotions in this big effort. And Nico Schira reported that it was using the players, using the emotions from the parade, everything they could to get Conte to stay, but apparently it's going to fall short. Today, we should get the announcement that Conte set to leave Napoli. Then Juve clears the air with Igor Tudor. There are rumors Tudor could be Gasperini's replacement at Atalanta. And then once that's cleared, then we sign Conte with the 3-year contract that is sitting there waiting, that Giorgio Chiellini reiterated to him before the Scudetto parade. The keys to Turin are there for Conte. Now we just wait. But this whole procedure could be done in 2 to 3 days. How do you feel about it? Let me know. Meanwhile, wouldn't be a Juve news update without an injury. Perin needed surgery on one of his fingers, got the surgery, was successful, but he's going to be out 8 weeks. So he's out for the Club World Cup. But in will step from next gen Giovanni Tafardi, who was crucial in their season, and he's going to be joining the first team for the Club World Cup. That's your news break. You know what to do, everybody. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join our AJC Army, and let me know your thoughts on all of today's news. Until tomorrow, another day in silly season. As always, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.